Take a ball from the, they're there on the break. Nope, watch that. Yeah, there's varying degrees of hardness. Most of them are pretty hard. And if you get really squishy one, you have really squishy one. So I said, that's what I said. I said I'm gonna have to like tone down Wednesday, so I'm always coming on Wednesdays. I'm scaring everybody off, I guess. What's that like? Yeah, oh yeah, do it. Yeah, 100%. I had to drive yesterday for hours and hours again. And yeah, those are good too. But I rolled before I drove, and I'll tell you, it made a huge difference. I was like, because usually sitting for so many hours in the car, I'm dying. Did the roller before I got in the car, and it's not too. Yeah, well, my whole left side these days is like, I'm sure. I'm still like physical therapy. Yeah, you are. Oh yeah, like a crazy person. I'm trying to ski. Yeah. And they said you can. I mean, I was gonna say don't fall. You didn't fall. That's not even how you hurt yourself. Like it's crazy. Yeah. I wish I had a cool fall. I know, right? Totally. Make one up. Yeah, totally. Slide. Okay. Hi. So we're working our way through the kleshas, which we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. 2 of them, attachment, aversion. We've done this week. We're on to egoism. I don't know, is that a word? Egoism. Egoism, right? Like the way you're become overly identified with your ego. So, in the tantric philosophy, there are some philosophies that say, like the ego is the problem. You've got to eradicate the ego. You've got to erase it, and erase your sense of self, your small s self. And tantra doesn't say that. Tantra says, no, it's part of the story, But the challenge is when we become so limited by what the ego represents for us, So the part of our brain that says, I am Rachel, I am a wife, I am a daughter, I am a mother. You okay? Yeah. I am a yoga teacher, all the I am, which can then become, I need. And then when the needs are not being met, then what happens? We become defensive, we become protective, we become the main character in our story that we feel that we have to, defend at all costs. So the idea is not that we erase ourselves. I am Rachel, I am a yoga teacher, I am a mother, I am a wife, I am all of those things. But they're not the most important thing in the world, those things, right? They are important in my life and to me, but they are not the most important thing. So what are we trying to do in our practice is this idea of cultivating a healthy ego. So what's a healthy ego? That is a good question. Well, what do you think? Do you have a thought about that? Maybe you do. You've studied a lot of those things. Maybe you do have that. Well, the idea is when you have a healthy sense of self, really is what we're saying. It is an understanding of your place in the world, where you are, that you're not the most important thing, but you're not the least important thing. A healthy ego feels content, is not challenged by changes that are happening around you or within you. It's not challenged by people who don't agree with you, which is hard. Doesn't feel threatened by anything, right? Feels comfortable in itself. And in that is comfortable to feel curious, to learn, to literally say, okay, what is it to be this conscious embodied being? And instead of, when we sort of mess up or things don't go as we want them to, or someone's reacting in a way that is making us feel that way, not going down that rabbit hole of unworthiness or not enoughness or that I'm not good enough, right? So the idea is to, as we are practicing, to cultivate that healthy sense of self, that healthy ego, even just in the way that we're interacting with ourselves. What is the self-talk? What are the ways that we are, that we are engaging with ourselves? And I'm going to read this Gandhi quote. I have to find it. That sort of boils this whole thing down. He said, our beliefs become our thoughts become our words become our actions become our habits become our values become our destiny. So it's like, it sort of boils it right down, So what is that core belief? He starts with our belief. So what is that core belief? If we believe I am Rachel, I am wife, I am, that I need to defend that at all costs, I'm going to act in a way that does that. If my core belief is, oh, I am Rachel and a mom and a yoga teacher, but I am connected to the Eugenia and Simona and Lana and Susan and Queenie, and I am connected to all of those things, and we are all at our essence, this one thing, then how does that guide, right, my way of being? So that's the idea. All right, so close your eyes.
Can I add just one thing?
Yes, please.
I think anyone who has, older kids, you have to learn this or you will be very unhappy because, if you try to stay as engaged, you'll just be miserable every single day.
Yeah.
In the same way. But I think just another element of it too is that just being Rachel mom, even separated, right? And being able to see your role. That is your role.
Yeah.
That is your role.
Sure.
To be important, but allowing growth and movement forward.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And the whole parenting thing is like a whole, I feel like we could have these conversations just about, in general in the world of how we interact with people. And then the whole parenting conversation is like a whole other thing. Do you know what I mean? It is. No, it's true. No, it's true. And because when it's funny, and often when I'm thinking through these things, and I'll think about it in this sort of big picture terms, and I'm like, oh, that makes perfect sense. And then you boil it down to your parenthood, and you're like, God, that's fucking hard, though. How do you even do that? What that doesn't, because it's different. You can't be, you're not overly engaged. You're engaged in the way that you are when they're your children. You can't be objective in that way. You can't be separated out in that way. You can't be, it's like they literally were inside of you.
It's an extension of self.
Yeah, right. And so
but then it's not.
Right. And unlearning that as they get older. I mean, you have to do it at some degree their whole lives, but then as they really become adults, it's even more, it's.
You cannot ride waves with them.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Yeah. Right.
Because it's so devastating.
Yeah. Right. No, it is. It's a whole
Let
other.
it go.
You're fine. Hi. We're a small class. You're here. We're all good. Okay, we're letting go of our egos. That's what we're doing. So go ahead, Joyce. Come on in, get settled, and yeah. So I feel like, but I do feel like often it's like I can feel these things, and I read about it, I think about it, I write about it, I talk about it all the time, and then it's like you put yourself in a parenting role, and it's like, okay, well, I don't know how that's gonna work, and you try. And I feel like, thank goodness, at least, though, we have that awareness, and we can, it hopefully for us and for our children, makes it a little easier, a little better, a little guides that path a little bit more easily. All right, so okay, let's close our eyes. And so when we begin to feel ourselves being, just feeling overly important in who we are, and it's not like any of us have that sense, oh, I'm more important. I don't believe any of you think that. I don't. But our actions can reflect that. One way to work with that is to just ask yourself, who am I? Who am I when I'm not trying to be all the labels? The mom, the yoga teacher, the daughter, the wife, the whatever. Who am I? Who am I without my successes without my failures? Who am I without my life experiences? Without my beliefs, my opinions? Who am I without my labels? What do we distill ourselves down to? There's so much freedom in doing that, distilling. It feels a little bit scary, I think, sometimes to let go of, who we think we are. We want to cling to it, we want it to define us. And yet when we let go, there's so much freedom in that. And so much power in doing that. Instead of those labels having power over us. All right, bring your hands to your heart. We'll start with our invocation, and I want you to focus on 2 words in the invocation, and that the meaning of these 2 words as we're chanting. Right in the middle, we have Sat Chit Ananda. That is the word that means being, consciousness, bliss. It's literally just those 3 words kind of mushed together, Sat Chit and Ananda. And it's the condition of our true essence. We are being, consciousness, bliss. And then this next word is Mortaye, which means that takes the form of, that becomes being, consciousness, bliss. And we are embodying that. We are becoming that as we do our practice. That is what part of what we're chanting. So let's do it. Deep breath in. Let your head bow gently to your heart. Then release your hands to your lap, and let's just start with the little neck warm-ups here. So as you breathe in, trace from your collar, your breastbone along your collarbone to your right shoulder, and then chin back towards your chest, and then collarbone, left collarbone to the left shoulder, and then chin to chest, and just like that, side to side. Working with neck alignment today, this week. So just starting to think about the way we're lining up our heart, our feelings, our thoughts, our intelligence, and the head and the neck being the physical gesture that does that. All right, next time your head is over towards the right, stay there and just do a little nodding. Lift your chin a little, lower your chin a little, lift a little, and lower. And one more, lift and lower. Good, and then keeping your head to the right, let your right ear drop towards your right shoulder so your nose is facing forward, and then same thing. Lift your chin a little, and lower your chin a little. And lift your chin a little. And just like that, one more time, keeping your shoulders relaxed and being gentle with yourself as we just do these warm-ups. Next time the chin comes down, drop your chin to chest, keep your shoulders back, and then trace your collarbone with your chin to your left shoulder. So gazing over the left shoulder, lift your chin a little and lower and lift. Lower. Good. And then turn your nose to face forward, ear to shoulder, and again, a little lift and a little lower, letting your shoulders release towards your waistline. One more time, lift a little and lower a little. Good. And then drop your chin to your chest. Take your hands behind your head. And you can either lace your fingers or just take your fingertips behind your head, whatever feels more comfortable. And then just begin to push your head into your hands. Lift your head up. And then really push your head back. So you're feeling the muscles in the upper back fire up, the muscles in the back of the neck fire up. Good. And then exhale and round and let those muscles stretch a little bit. And then inhale and press your head up again. Press it back, press it back. Resist with your hands a little bit. Lift your chin, throat back, ears back. That's it. Good. And then round one more time. Good, lift up to neutral, and then take the heel of your hand, it doesn't matter which one, to the forehead, and push your forehead into your hand, relaxing your shoulders down. Resist, 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 good, and then relax and just let your head float back a little bit, and then press your head into your hand, bringing your head to neutral, press your head to your hand. Good, shoulders relax, let your head relax, just let the weight of your hand take your head back a little bit, stretching through the front of your neck, maybe chest even a little bit. Good, come to neutral, take your right hand to the right side of your head, press. Feel the muscles in the side of the neck start to fire up. Good, exhale, just relax for a moment, relax your shoulders, relax your face, one more time, press to the right. Good, and relax, and then switch hands, take your left hand up and over the top to the right side of your head, and then just using your hand as a weight, draw your left ear over towards your shoulder. And let both shoulders relax down, let your ear release down towards your shoulder a little bit. Inhale, come on up. Take your left hand to the left side of your head, press. Your neck tends to bother you in triangle pose or Parsva Konasana when you're looking up. This is a good stabilization one to do. Okay, relax for a minute. And then one more press to the side. That's it. And then relax, switch hands, right hand over the top, draw the left ear towards the left shoulder. Let both shoulders relax down. And don't, you're not pulling on your head here, you're just letting the weight of your hand take your shoulder over to the side, your ear towards your shoulder. Good, and then come back up to neutral and just try to find the place where the heart and the throat and the crown of your head are all lined up. You're just making this physical gesture of lining up the ego with the higher self. And then roll over your legs and come on into child's pose with the knees together, arms out in front.
What's that? Oh, I'm
Yeah. All right, hips back towards your heels. Extend your arms out in front of you. Good, and then walk your arms and torso over to the right. Keep your left hip back. You're looking for more stretch. You can stack your hand on top of hand. Doing the left hand on top of right hand if that feels comfortable for you. Good, walk through center, over to the other side. over to the left. Right hip stays back. Walk the arms over again. Feel right hand on top of left hand. Right. That's too much for the shoulder. Skip that part. Then walk back through center. All right, keep your hands behind your back, and then 2 options for this one. You're gonna lace your fingers, and you can either go up and down just with the arms, or as you come up, roll to the top of your head. Again, being gentle, careful with your neck, and not doing that unless your neck feels totally safe to do that. As you inhale, lift your arms, maybe roll up. As you exhale, lower back down. And just a couple more like that. And one more time. Place your arms back down. Come on up to tabletop. Inhale your right arm up to the right, twisting open, and then thread under, reach under, land to your shoulder and your hat. Kick your left leg out to the left. Come onto your left fingertips. Yeah. And then if it's comfortable, walk your left hand overhead, bringing the weight more to the back of your head. If that's a reasonable thing for your neck to do. And as we're moving through the poses, just having this sense of not just your body doing the pose, not just you doing the pose, but this sort of deeper level of energy inside also being just expressing the pose becoming an expression of that higher level of self. Good, plant your left hand, come on back up. Pause. Second side is your left arm up. Twist open. Good, thread under. Come on down, keep your right leg out to the right. Come up on the left fingertips. Yeah. And again, thinking about not just you doing the pose. I mean, it is, you're doing the pose. We're all doing it. See it. But can we take it to that deeper level of being? Okay? Mm-hmm. Take it to that expression of the inner self. And then how does that look or feel or be different? Okay, come on back up.
Where does the hip go? I assume we're trying to down and back.
Like when you're twisting.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like the direction to tell you, like up. That foot stays grounded, but you want it lengthening away from your armpit, so it's going to want to sort of collapse down like that. So like up, I think is the direction I would give. Up. All right, back to tabletop. Sit back onto your heels for a moment, or stand up on your knees. If your knee is happier, just standing up on the knees, just stand up on the knees. Or if you're comfortable sitting on your feet, sit on your feet. Lace your fingers behind your back. Hug your shoulder blades together behind you. Stretch your arms out long. Good. Tuck your tailbone down and draw your belly to your spine, and then pull your shoulders back and lift up through your breastbone. That's it. Then take your fist to your right hip. Squeeze your elbows in towards each other. Elbows bent. Yeah. Good. Then stretch the arms out. And then fist to the left hip. Squeeze the elbows in, so a little more stretch for the right shoulder on this side. Yeah, stand up on your knees. You don't have to be back. Just you can stand up. That's better. Yeah. All right, stretch the arms back. All right, take a little back bend. Lift through your chest. And as you're leaning back, keep that line, that channel open. Heart to brain to spirit, all the way to the crown of the head. Good, release your hands, come forward, and to downward facing dog. So this idea of our beliefs becoming our habits, right? Distilling it down, that quote that I read. So we're going to change the habits a little bit of, the rote flowing through of vinyasa. We're going to do a little bit differently this morning. All right, so find a steady and still downward facing dog. Make your legs nice and strong. Lift your hips a little higher, spin your inner thighs back. Stretch your heels down. And then push into the floor with your hands. And then just see where your head is lining up. And again, open up that channel, heart, head, mind. So line up your inner awareness, the true self, the big S self, with the embodied self. All right, take your feet a little wider and then walk yourself back to the back of your mat, Uttanasana. Good, and then you can pedal your feet here a couple of times, bend one knee and then the other. The leg that's straight, so if your right knee is bent and your left leg is straight, bring your weight to your left foot, so you're getting a little hip stretch. And then as you bend your left knee and the right leg is straight, press your weight to the right and just do a couple like that. The weight is going to the straight leg, not to the bent knee. It's not wrong the other way, it's just you're gonna get a bigger hip stretch and that's what we're looking for. Okay, lengthen your spine. Come on all the way up. Reach up, stretch up. Exhale, release your hands. Come to Tadasana at the back of your mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Walk yourself back out all the way to plank. Then instead of doing our usual chaturanga back bend, we're going to come to Vashisthasana. Come to your right foot. Any variation you like. Step the left foot in front, stack your feet, stagger your feet. Vashisthasana to the right. Good. Take your left hand down. Take Vashisthasana to the left. Good. Back to plank. Now, wild thing pose. Spin down your right foot, step your left foot behind. This is the back bend in this vinyasa sequence. Good. Exhale back to plank. And then wild thing to the other side. And exhale back to plank. Good. Come down to your belly. Drop your forehead or your chin to the floor. Bring your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers. Good. Stretch your legs out nice and long. Inhale. Lift everything up off the floor. Good. Nod your head a little bit. Lift your chin a little. Lower your chin a little. And find the place where we are lining up. Making this physical gesture of lining up thoughts, heart, mind, all of it. And then hold there. Lift everything a little higher. On your next exhale, bring your heels to your fist to your heels. Good. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, heels to fist. Inhale, extend. Last one. Good. And stretch your legs, release your hands, turn your cheek, and rest. Let your shoulders release. Take a deep breath. Notice your tendency to become defensive, to feel protective of yourself, of why your body is or isn't doing something you want it to do. That's Asmita. And instead, just become curious. What is it like to live in this embodied body? What is it like to marry together consciousness and embodiment? So that's the practice. All right, bring the other finger on top. Pinky finger, lace your fingers, other pinky finger on top. Same thing, come on up, lift everything up. Line up, head, heart, mind, spirit. From who we think we are to who we actually are, bringing it all into alignment, and then heels to fist, fist to heels. Good. Stretch the legs. Again, tap. And one more time. Tap. And extend. Good. Other cheek to the floor. Rest your head. Relax your shoulders. Let everything just melt into the floor. All right. We're going to come to Ekasana. So often we do the one-legged, we're doing the two-legged today. Bring your legs as close together as you can, whatever that is for you. So as close as you can. Bend up your knees and separate your feet with knees together. Good. Then reach. Hold the insides of your feet. Yes. Insides, if you can. If you got a shoulder thing and you can't, then whatever. Do it however you have to do it. If you can, bend your elbows to the ceiling. Push your feet down towards the floor. Elbows up, feet down. Good. Keep your thighs rooted. Keep your heels hugging in. Lift your chest a little higher. It's not going to lift very high, but lift it a little higher. Hug your heels down towards your butt, towards the floor. Press them down. One more breath. Lift your chest, head, neck, brain in alignment. Okay. And release. Good, turn your cheek to the other side, just changing sides, switching sides. We're doing this work of lining up the head and the heart. It's lining up our brain with our emotional sense of self. When we do that gesture, sort of taking the head back, our face softens a little, the thoughts slow down, they quiet a little bit so we can connect in to that higher intelligence, our big S self. Every time I say big S self, it sounds like big ass self. So I'm just gonna go big ass self. That's what I'm saying this week, big ass self. Okay. Asmita, bend up your knees again. Go a little wider with your feet, knees this time if you need to. Catch the outer edges of your feet. Go outer. Yeah, for Asmita. Flex your toes. Kind of straighten out your ankles. Notice which way the feet want to turn. You may want to turn one way or another. See if you can get your ankles really straight. That's going to help with the knees. And then tone the muscles of your legs. Fire up your quadriceps, your hamstrings, your calves. Then kick your feet into your hands. Lift everything up off the floor. Kick your feet back. Lift your chest a little higher. Nod your head a little. Get that lining up of heart, mind, spirit. The physical gesture of that. And then you just expand the spirit more into the pose, whatever that is, however that feels. Good. Release. Downward facing dog. That's it. And then let's come through that alternate vinyasa. So come to plank. Come to Vashisthasana, right side. Any variation. Exhale. Doesn't matter. We'll do the other one. Then to left side. Push the floor away. That's it. And then back to the first side. Wild thing. Step your top foot behind. Back bend. Here's your back bend. Lift your chest. Head in line with heart. Good. Switch sides. Come to plank. Over to the left foot. Wild thing. That's it. Back to dog. Nice, you guys. And then walk your hands to your feet. Come to the back of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Come on all the way up. Reach up. Exhale, clasp your right wrist, lean to the left. Good. And as far to the left as you can. Inhale, come up. Switch. Lean right. Oof. Inhale, come up. Lean left again. This time, look towards your belly, round your spine a little bit. Reach towards the upper left corner, so you're feeling a little stretch underneath your right shoulder blade, your right middle, up the back. Inhale, come up. Switch the clasp. Lean right. Look towards your belly. Reach to the upper right corner of your mat. One deep breath here. Good. Inhale, come up, stretch your arms up. Exhale, release your arms by your sides. Good. Inhale, arms up again. Exhale, fold right where you are. Walk yourself back to plank. Grip your fingers down. Vashisthasana on the right side. Back to plank. Vashisthasana on the left side. If this gets tiring, of course, you could always drop that bottom knee and do it in tabletop. Good. Back through center. Wild thing over to the right. Back through center. Wild thing to the left. Back to center. Downward facing dog. Good. Drop your knees down, drop your hips down, come to child's pose. You need to squeeze out the wrists a little bit. Go for it. Notice that tendency to just go through one, go through the vinyasa. There's reasons to do that, right? It's a good sequence, nothing wrong with it. But when we get stuck in our habits, it's like we get stuck in that sort of I space, I am, I need, me. So breaking out of the habits just helps us to do that, to break out of just the way, all the ways that we do that. All right, come back to dog. And come to dog split. Lift take the hips level for your dog split and bend up your knee. Good, and then lift your head, like your head and your foot are gonna come together behind you, scorpion leg. Good, then as you exhale, bring your knee and your nose together, let your spine round. Good, and then inhale, kick that leg back up, scorpion leg, lift your head, lift your toes. Good, exhale, knee to nose, that's it. And then do one more. Knee to nose. Good, step it all the way up between your hands. Come on up into Parsvakonasana, so warrior two legs. You can keep your right hand on the floor outside your foot, or you can go forearm onto your thigh. Either way. Top arm to the sky. That's it. And then before you find the fullest expression with your arm over your ear, line up heart to mind. Make that mind-body connection. Make that body-mind-spirit connection. Keep it with you. Take your top arm over your ear. Keep lifting your left ear towards your left arm. Good. And then let the inner spirit, the inner essence, become the outer form of the pose. We're going to come into Ardha Chandrasana, lift your top arm up, step into your right foot, lift up your left foot. You can use a block if you need to, as always. That's it. And then Chapasana, if that's in your wheelhouse, to bend up that back knee. Yep. Reach for your foot. Kick it into your hand. That's it. One more breath. Okay, we're going to step back into warrior two. Release your foot. Step all the way into your warrior two. Come on upright. That's it. Set up your feet. Build the pose from the bottom, but then make that gesture, that physical gesture of lining up thought, heart, mind by lining up your head, your neck, relaxing your shoulders. Gaze over the right fingertips. Good. Drop your left hand to your left leg, and then follow your right hand as you look up, lean back, look up at your right hand. That's it. Unless it's bothers into your neck, and then of course look wherever you need to look. All right. Trikonasana. Straighten your front leg. Hinge over. Hands angle. A little adjustment on the way. Snap back top. Good. And then even here, so the right ear tends to dip down, so you can lift your head a little in line with your spine. Take your throat back, your ears back. Maybe gaze up at those top fingers. Yes, beautiful, you guys. And then one more breath to just become that expression of the deeper, higher self. Okay. Somewhat complicated maneuver, not super complicated. We're going to come from here into revolved Ardha Chandra Chapasana. So your left hand is going to come to the floor in front. You're going to bring your weight to your right foot. You're going to twist to the right, right arm up, and then maybe stay there, or maybe touch your foot behind you. Parivrita Ardha Chandra Chapasana. Yep. Yep. Yep, that's it. Stay steady on your foot wherever you are. Just find a moment of stillness, a moment of deep expression. Nice, and that's it. Okay, we're stepping into Parsvottanasana. So a shorter step back, land your back heel, straighten both legs. If you need blocks for your hands, take your hands on blocks. Yep, that's it. Yeah. So I could put over to the side a little more. Which is the, and yeah, and then level up here there. So nice long spine. Good. Two more breaths here, letting your head release, your neck release, turning inside to that which is beneath the surface, underneath all the labels, the names, the I need, I am, I need, to just be. All right, and then make your way back into downward facing dog. All right. You're tired of the Vashisthasana nonsense, do whatever you need to do, or else come to the right hand, right foot. Vashisthasana. That's it. Come through plank. Left hand, left foot. Got it. Back to the right side. Wild thing. Yes, you guys, beautiful. And then back to plank. And over to the other side. Good. And back to dog. Yes, lovely. Okay, got that whole scorpion vinyasa thing to do. So left leg up, it's level. Bend your knee, lift your head. You're still in dog, you're not in plank. So right hip is pulling back, right heel down, lift your left knee, lift your head. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, leg up back towards dog, scorpion dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up and back last time. Knee to nose, step your foot between your hands, spin down your back heel, Parshva So hand on the floor or forearm to your thigh. So backward down, Parshva Oh, yeah, we'll get there. That's it, good. Take that moment with your right arm straight to the side to line up, throat up, like clear channel from heart to brain to spirit, the crown of the head, that crown chakra that represents our high self. Line it all up, then arm over your ear, keeping your right ear lifting up towards your right arm. Then let the pose, the outer expression of the pose, be the expression of the true self. Top arm to the sky, Ardha Chandrasana. Left hand out in front, balance onto your left foot. Make sure your left toes don't turn in. They really like to turn in as we step forward into the foot. So, so keep this hip back. That's it. Chapasana, if that's in your wheelhouse. Left arm, right arm up to the sky, or holding your foot. That's it. That's it. Bend your knee. Squeeze knee. Squeeze knee with your leg. Yeah, that's it. Okay, then where do we go from here? Warrior two, step back. Yeah, take a moment to find your feet. Really line up your feet, build the pose from the bottom. Yeah, but then line up your spine, head, heart. Make that channel from the heart to the brain, to the thoughts, and then up to that highest self, all the way through the crown of the head, looking over your left fingertips. And then take it to the reverse. Keep looking at the left hand. As you lean back towards your right leg, gaze upwards gently. Straighten your left leg, hinge over, Trikonasana. Notice the tendency of your head to dip down, the left shoulder to collapse towards the left ear. So line it up. If it's comfortable for your neck, gaze up towards your right fingertips. Okay, here's that revolved move. So the right hand goes out in front, we balance on the left foot. Right leg straight behind you, Parivrita Ardha Chandra Chapasana. Yes. Stay there. Yep, with the leg extended, or bend up the knee and catch it with your left hand. Yep. Yep, that's it. Standing leg straight, left hip back a little bit more. Kick your foot up a little higher. One more breath. Good. Parsvottanasana, shorter stance. Land your heel. Line up your hips. Fold over your legs. That's it. Work to line up your hips so that then the spine can lengthen and all the way through the neck to the crown of the head. Keep that channel open. Keep that connection, consciousness with embodiment. All right, good. Back to dog. All right. One last vinyasa thing opportunity. So, Vashisthasana, one side. Vashisthasana, second side. Wild thing, first side. Wild thing, second side. Back to dog. Good. Widen out your feet. Walk back into squat pose. High squat, low squat, up to you. Well, really up to your knees, right? And then take your hands behind your head. Let your tailbone drop down. And just let your chin release towards your chest a little bit. Just feel a stretch from the base of your skull all the way to your tailbone. Good. Release your hands. Come down to sit. And find your ball. Did you get a ball? Okay. Here, take that. Thank you. Okay, so first thing we're doing with the ball, we're using it as a sort of feedback loop. We're going to do some abdominals. And the tendency in abdominals is move our head and our neck a lot, right? So we're going to hold the ball Literally hold it between chest and chin so that we're keeping our neck at a neutral. So come to your back, ball between chest and chin in a way that feels relatively comfortable. Take your hands behind your head. Stretch your legs to the sky. Good. On the next exhale, squeeze up. Try to bring your knees and your elbows towards each other. And then inhale and lower back down. And as you're squeezing in, your hips lift, your shoulders lift. Inhale and release down. And just like that, and feel the tendency of just wanting to pull your chin to your chest and just let the ball keep the space there so that you're lifting more from your shoulders. Try a few more. Okay, rest for a minute. You can hold the ball. All right, one more. We're gonna put it back in the same spot.
We're not supposed to be bending our legs, so we're just supposed to be getting our hips up.
Yeah, it's possible, right? Like everything just squeezes in. But if you need to do it with bent knees, that's okay. The next one is this. We're gonna lift the head. We're gonna just hold here in the upper body, and we're gonna lower the legs. And then we're gonna lift up. And if you need to do one leg at a time, you can do one leg at a time. If you need to do it with bent knees, you can do it with bent knees. Lower and bring it back up. Good, your head is hovering, resting back into your hands. Lower and extend your legs. Inhale back up, and a couple more, just like that. Legs squeezing together, lower down, and lift. And last two, squeeze, and lift, and last one. Okay, good. And rest for a moment. Take the ball out, step your feet to the floor. You can windshield wiper your legs a few times. So maybe that felt like what you always do. Maybe it gave you a little bit of feedback of wanting your neck to be too involved when you're doing abdominal stuff. And that was really cool. Okay. We are going to put the ball now underneath the upper trap on the right side. So find the meaty part between your right earlobe and your right shoulder and put the ball underneath into that meaty part. And if it's too intense, tell me. I have some squishier balls you can use. Okay. And then you rest your weight onto the ball. I know it's a little intense, but just try to let gravity work for you here. Just get heavy on the ball. Then stretch your right arm to the sky, over your shoulder, and then take it overhead, thumb towards the floor overhead, and then lift it back over the shoulder. And then thumb to the floor overhead. Yep, and then back. And a couple more. Good. Last one, hold the arm upright, so straight over the shoulder. Good, and then just circle it a few times. Circle one way, yep. It could be a big circle. You want to get a little more massaging. If you go a little bigger, you'll get a little more massaging. Yep, that's it. And then go the other way. Circle the other direction. Okay, and then last one. Land with the arm over the shoulder. Take your right elbow to the floor, out to the right, just straight out from the shoulder. And then reach across your body, staying heavy on the ball. Tap your outer left shoulder. You're not lifting off the ball here. You're just moving the arm, and then tap the right elbow to the right, and then take it across towards the left shoulder, and do one more like that. Yep, come across and tap down. Okay, good. And then take the ball out and take a breath. And we'll move it to the other side.
Where is it, Rachel? Is it up?
It's like right here.
I got it. Okay.
It's like right here, but you can kind of move it around. You don't want it on bone at all, but that's a big muscle. So, you know, you kind of move it around a little as you're, yeah, you can, but you want it like in that upper trap, the upper traps. Okay. Then rest your weight on the ball, arm overhead, thumb to the floor overhead, and then back up. And then thumb to the floor. And back up. Another one or two like that. Weight heavy on the ball. Last one. Good. And then circle with the arm up. So again, it can be a big circle or a small circle. Circle the other way. Good, then arms straight over the shoulder and then go left elbow out to the left. Stay on the ball, but tap over to the right, outside your right shoulder, and then tap left, and then over to the outer right shoulder. And one more time, tap and over. Good, and then take the ball out. Okay. Bend your knees. Ooh. Yeah. And then find your way to dog pose. So you can roll to your side, find your way to dog, or rock forward, hop back, however you want to get there. Just see if your neck, maybe do a little nodding, turning your head one way and then the other. Just feel if there's a little bit more freedom in the neck. That's really what we're doing in our practice. We want to move towards freedom. So do that with balls to release in the neck and the shoulders. We do that in our hearts by letting go of that attachment to what feels permanent, to what feels so overly important, but what limits us, puts us in a box. Us in a label that says you are just this one thing. You are bigger than that. Go wide with your feet. Walk to the back of your mat. Bend your knees a little bit. Hold opposite elbows. Then let your head, your neck, your shoulders relax, hang, soften. If nodding a little or circling a little feels good, do that. Or else just hold for another breath. And then slide your hands to your hips, lengthen your spine, and come on all the way up, reach and stretch out. Good, and exhale. Reach your arms down. Okay, we're gonna go over to the wall. Bring your ball with you and bring a block with you and bring a blanket with you. Bring a lot of things, bring all the things. Get your yoga cart things. Block, blanket, ball. We did this one lying down the other day. I decided it was too intense, so we're going to do it at the wall with the ball. Yeah, don't hammer the windows for this. We have plenty of all these things today. Okay, here's the first thing. Ball. It's going to go here. Find the meaty part between your shoulder blade and your spine, and it's going to go behind your back into that spot, and you're going to roll. We did this on our backs, but this is a little gentler. Yeah, this is a little gentler. So between your right shoulder blade and the wall, it's a little less intense this way than laying on it.
So
yep.
under the trap.
Yeah, it's like medial lower track. So like rhomboids, like so start with it like right between your shoulder blade and your spine on one side. Yeah, and then roll up and down. And that they make the peanut one, which is the two ones together, so you do both together, but we'll just switch. So now move it over to the other side and roll up and down. You have a little more control over the intensity this way. If you lay on it, it's a little much. Susan, try to get a little lower. That's fine to do it there. Now move the ball down a little more, like slide it down a little bit. Yeah, you gotta just release them. Yeah, and then go lower. Yeah, so it's getting lower on your back. Yeah. Oh, come on, right here. Like there. Yeah, like thoracic spine. Middle. Yes. Yeah. There you go. I tried to do the upper ones too, but we did that on our back. So try to get into the middle ones here. Okay. All right. Good. Now, all right. Set the block to the side. Take your block. I know. Yeah, let the ball slide. We got them later. It doesn't matter. Here's what we're doing with the block for today. So earlier in the week, we were doing the head into the wall to get that neck extension as we move to Shirshasana. So we're just going to do it in a little bit of a different way. We're going to take the ball onto your head. You're going to just balance it. Yeah, so take that minute, line yourself up. And now I want you to feel like you're pushing the block up towards the ceiling. Like you're extending your neck like a turtle. Head out of the shell, push up into the block. Slide your shoulders back a little bit. Those muscles that we just opened up, now just let them engage a little. Maybe they feel like they can engage a little more easily. And push up through your head. Push up through your head. Yeah, you gotta find the spot. So right where the block is on your head, is where the head is going to go onto the floor. All right, set your block down. Take your hands behind your head. We did this exercise the other day, but let's do it again because it's worth revisiting. A good way to start to measure what part of your head goes on the floor for Shirshasana is 12 fingers from the third eye. So pinky finger on your third eye, fingers all together. That's 4. Now stack 8. Now stack again, close together, keep them really close. And right where that pointer finger is, it should be like right at the crown of your head. That's the point of your head. You know, maybe a little forward, maybe a little back, depending on where it feels better on your head. But basically there, that's the point of your head you want to feel like is on the floor. Okay, hands behind your head now, elbows in. Bring your elbows in towards your ears, forearms towards your ears, but then resist your shoulders away from your ears. Push your elbows towards the ceiling. Lengthen the back of the neck. Imagine you still have the block there. Good. Turn around, face the wall, or don't face the wall if you don't need to face the wall. Keep all of that. Come down. If you need to take a blanket to put under your head, take a blanket. And then come all the way down onto your head. Lift up. Maybe one leg up. Maybe pike up. Maybe tuck up. Elbows pressed down. If you've unlined up, reline yourself back up. That's it. Hands are on the floor, elbows are on the floor, pushing down, crown of the head. So really tuck your chin in. Until you lift your knees, it's going to feel really tucked in. Yeah. Then hands push down. Yep. That's it. And if this is newer to you or you don't want to bear weight on your head, just your head can even just be hovering a little bit. Like just your hair is on the floor. The weight is really in the upper back. Yeah, once you're up, work your legs, nice and strong. Extend your legs towards the ceiling. Push your head into the floor. Push, 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 push. Or towards the floor, even if it's not really touching, towards the floor. We need to come down. Slowly, slowly make your way down. If you're piking down, hips to the back, hips to the wall, hips to the wall, hips to the wall. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Rest in child's pose. Nice. Susan, I think you're a little far from the wall. Did it feel like you like had to? Yeah, I feel like you could be a little closer. More easy to like stack up. All right. Take another breath or two in your child's pose, and then we're going to find our way to the neck release. So head stays low. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees. Walk yourself back to your feet. You can either take your hands behind your head, using your hands as traction to lengthen your neck, or you can lace your fingers together up behind your back, or you can just let your arms hang. That's fine. See what your neck needs from you right now. And then with your knees really bent, slowly make your way back up. Roll up. Nice. One all the way up. All right. Let's just stay. Come sit down. Legs out. We have plenty of room. Legs out in front. Have some space behind you. We're going to twist. So you want to spot for an arm behind you. Yeah, and if you want to sit up on a blanket, sit up on a blanket. Take the flesh from under your sitting bones. Okay. Bend up your right knee to your chest. So we're going to twist to the right, but I want you to notice how your head wants to lead that twist, right? Like we say twist to the right and the head just wants to go. So start from the lowest point of your belly. Turn to the right. Turn your ribs, shoulders. Take your right hand behind, and then eventually let the head turn and look towards the right. Notice if your chin wants to tuck towards your chest or if it wants to lift way up. And again, just open up that channel, heart, mind, spirit. Line up, heart, head, crown of the head. Good. Inhale and face front. Okay, keep your right leg where it is. Bend up your left knee, catch your left foot. Hold it with two hands. Good. And then crown chasana variation. Push your foot up into your hands. Yeah, you can use the strap if you need to. Extend your leg as straight as you can. If you want to go closer, head to knee, pull the knee in. Keep lifting up through the crown, lifting up through your heel. Okay, now we're gonna take it into, I can't remember the Sanskrit name, it's a pistol squat in English. You're gonna rock forward, the right knee is gonna come between your elbows, push your foot forward, try to lift your hips up. Squeeze in. That's it. You put your heel on a blanket, it helps. Then come back up. Back to here. It does. It gives you a little. Yeah, it helps. Do it with a heel on a blanket. Why not? Yeah, or do that. That's fine. Yep, use a hand and then back to your squat, pistol squat. You can even fold it over, like go higher. Press forward, press forward, press forward. Fall over, whatever. Okay, then release your foot back to where it was.
There we go.
Right, yeah, go ahead. Fall over.
Why not? Good. Hands to the foot. Parichasana 1, so forward bending over the left leg. You can hold your foot with your hands or your strap, or you can take the bind, wrapping your arms around your right leg, around the front of the shin, letting your head come towards your knee. Yeah. If holding the foot is a better situation for you, just be there. Breathing. Good. Slide your right leg to meet your left leg. Hold the center. Inhale, come up, bring your left knee up with you. Hug your knee, sit tall. Good, and then as you start your twist to the left, just be aware you're turning the whole body, not just turning your head, not just turning one part of yourself. Finally letting the head look over the shoulder. Because we are not just this one thing. We are not just any one of the labels we put on ourselves. We are all of them and so much more. Have a sense of all those parts of yourself. Doing the pose, practicing the pose. Inhale, face front, bend up your right knee, hold your foot. Stretch your right leg to the sky. That's it. If you want to take it to deeper forward bend, elbows can bend a little, head can come towards the knee. All right, and then really get that forward motion. You could use a little momentum here, right? Like push forward, rock to your foot. Use a little momentum if you need to. Try it. Yep. Yeah, you can go right hand to the floor, hold with the left hand, that's fine. Need a little support. Yeah, there you go. Good. And then back up to the crown chasana variation. Good. Pull your navel towards your spine, rock forward. Push your foot to your hands. Squeeze your legs together. Squeeze them in, squeeze them in, squeeze them in, squeeze them in. Good, and come on back up. That's it. And then keep holding the foot. Bring the leg down to the floor. Hold over your leg. Stay here or bind. This is really, one of the things that binding reminds us to do. When we bind behind the back this way, it's the yoking, it's the yoga, the union, the yoking together of the ego with the higher self, with the true essence within. The healthy ego that doesn't feel like it needs to defend, doesn't feel like it needs to protect. It just is. Bring your hands back to your right foot, extend your left leg out. Paschimottanasana. Head towards your feet. Give a gentle pull with your hands so your shoulders resist back a little bit. Super block. Okay. Inhale and come on up. All right, you're gonna come to your back and you can just take it to Supta Paschimottanasana. So suppose we were just in upside down. If that doesn't work for you, you can just come to a half baby. And if you really want to use the wall, because we're at the wall, take your feet to the wall overhead. That's the way to do it too. Like a sort of plow situation on the wall. Yeah. All right, slowly begin to roll yourself down to Shavasana. Any last pose or something your body needs from you, take a moment to do that.
Shavasana is really the ultimate letting go of the ego. It's really the dissolving, right? Corpse pose. You let go of everything. Which is why it's so hard for some of us. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it sometimes. All these things that we think we need to make us who we are, to make us feel worthy, to make us feel important, to make us feel powerful. We let it all go. Release into the floor. We let our bodies soften, just melt. As if that outer boundary of our being just erase itself. Awareness turns to the breath, to the prana, the energy. And keep diving deeper and deeper. Move now. Deepen. To just savor, relish sweetness, stillness, calm and quiet in and around you. Make your way to your side. Slowly back to seated. This idea of Asmita is not telling us to not be who we are, simply reminding us that when we start to think we are this limited self, when we reduce ourselves to our bodies, to our life experience, our thoughts, our emotions, what we can and cannot do, what we do or don't like, we become, whole existence becomes reduced to those labels. Our name, our status, our occupation, our accomplishments, our failures. I think this is who we are, and then that breeds insecurity and unworthiness. So in those moments, just ask yourself, who am I when I am not those things? And allow that part of yourself to experience the world, perceive the world through that benign awareness, effortlessly seeing the world through your eyes, your heart, your body. Just continuing to create that meaningful connection. Mind and heart, consciousness and its body. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's end together with an Om if you'd like to join. Namaste. Namaste. Everybody. Have a great day. Awesome.
It was an awesome.
Yeah, right?
Thank you all.